Okay. I don't know about you, but I nearly came to tears with that inspirational music. Welcome to the awards, guys. There is details in your programs, but I'll just introduce basically what we've got here. We've got 3 awards this afternoon. We are going to start with the award for Omnichannel, then we have a Pure Player Award, and then the Entrepreneur Award. And some of you may have seen some of the startups pitching earlier today for the Entrepreneur Award. So the way it works, we've got a bronze, silver, and gold award. We're going to announce all the winners, but we'll be just bringing up the gold award winners to pick up their awards in the interest of time. And first of all, I'd like to ask Chris on stage, who's the chairman of the jury for the Omnichannel jury. So Chris, maybe before we look at who's involved, tell us a little bit about the process you went through and how difficult maybe the challenge was to come up with a winner.
Yeah, I think the standard this year is even higher than we've seen in the past. We used the audit that Peter just described to select the winners, and I think we saw several players really improve and up their game this year. As a jury, we were looking for people who not only deliver a great online experience, but they then can deliver behind that. They get the deliveries right, they get the returns right, and we're also looking for people who can link together the stores and online, which is often one of the hardest things. And if that wasn't enough, we then needed to do it across borders. We needed to get past language issues, delivery issues. So really quite a high standard that we're looking at from the nominations this year.
Good. Any interesting insights from the process?
I think we still see that many players are falling down on customer care after the end of the transaction. So they do a great job of communicating with the customer all the way through, but once the product has arrived, then the customer's left on their own. It's a great chance to cross-sell, a great chance to reinforce the service experience or fix anything that's gone wrong. So that's something we still see as being a gap.
Okay, right. Any other further comments before we look at the nominees?
No, let's do the nominees.
Okay. It's going to come up on video there. So this is a bit now when the camera is zoomed in on all the awardees, and you're looking at their faces before it's announced. So we're going to start with the bronze winner from Omnichannel. I'm going to ask you, Chris, to do the honours.
Absolutely. So the bronze winner was somebody who's come relatively late to Omnichannel, but have made some real strides forward. This is a player we think is particularly good at helping customers to understand the product and how to visualise it within their home. So in bronze place is IKEA.
Congratulations, IKEA. And the silver award winner.
And silver, if we gave an award for the player who's perhaps improved the most since last year, it will be this player. They've done a really good job of making online fitting with their stores in Europe. And they're also very good with some of the innovation on the website, such as their dress finder, dress selector. So please check out their website afterwards, it's really good. So the silver player is Marks and Spencer's. And the winner.
Oh, a drum roll. A bit of excitement. Who can it be?
So I was very disappointed after several years of the UK winning the award. This year it's going to actually go to the Netherlands. And this player's been around since the year 2000. They've done a fantastic job of reinventing how people buy suits. First of all, they did it with stores, but the last few years they've done it through online and omnichannel. And the process of buying a suit has been transformed by this business. So I have great pleasure to say the winner of the 2015 Omnichannel Award is SuitSupply.
And yeah, SuitSupply, as told, we only started in 2000 and are yet worldwide suppliers of daily 2,000 suits. And for us, this is very special because our in-store experience of very, very good service, we want to combine that online. And I think we did that. And well, with this award, this is well, a big thing for us. Thanks.
Great, thank you, Chris. We're now coming on to the Pure Player Award. I'm going to ask Simon Sandbach. You here, Simon, is the chairman of the jury for the Pure Player Award. There he is, handling up at the centre, taking his time. Yeah, take time. So Simon, Pure Player.
I was expecting some applause, but it's fine.
All right, there we go. Still the love. So Simon, Pure Player, give us some insights on how the education went.
Yeah, we got a lot of help from the consulting group, basically evaluating all the finalists that we had. We had 6 finalists this year, so this is a bit different from last year. We had 5 finalists, but the competition was really hard this year, so we kind of tend to go a little bit. Well, one of the biggest questions talking about pure play is, what is pure play and what happens if a pure player opens physical stores or acquires companies that has physical presence? So all these kind of questions were really interesting, and we were discussing for a few hours this morning to finally find the 3 winners. So a lot of very interesting insights. But I actually agree with Chris a little bit regarding the fact that we see also in the pure play nominees or the finalists that the shopping experience increases a little bit compared to last year after delivery. So this is something that we've seen as well in our analysis.
Yeah. And is that where organisations aren't looking at post-delivery as part of the process? Is that what?
Yeah, I think it's very important for everyone, pure players and non-pure players, to see everything that happens. Everything. We've seen a lot of players see that the process ends with the buy button, and it's very important to understand that there is something that happens: the communication, the track and trace, the customer service, and how you deliver your parcel. It's a part of the shopping experience, and you need to really be very, very good at that process.
We're right in saying that a lot of organisations don't measure that. They don't. I know e-commerce managers that actually don't do that as part of their job, so therefore it doesn't get measured. Is that something that's prevalent?
From the businesses that I work with, I kind of agree that it's quite normal to just focus on very short-term analysis. That is conversion or just being very transactional. But actually, with the Pure Play Award, we have a lot of different companies that are very interesting that have been not only being transactional, and this has been one of the stuff that we've changed this year, is not only looking at transactional companies, but also aspirational companies that have worked a lot with innovation and that have, been disruptive a little bit in their business areas.
Okay, Simon, do you think we're ready to look at the possible candidates that are winning?
Yeah, so let's take a look.
Let's see what's in there.
European E-Commerce Award 2015, Pure Player Award in bronze, goes to a company that has a consistent shopping experience in all their dimensions, with a very interesting merger coming up. They don't only consider fashion as a lifestyle, but also as art and design. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner in bronze is Hughes. So we move on. Did you hide them or?
Oh, sorry.
He took them.
I was playing hard to get there. My apologies.
I was going to open the other way, so it's the one there. And for the silver, you can take that So for the silver, we have a real disruptor. Not only the disruption by itself, but actually disruptive luxury. This company has been working a lot with onboarding physical shops, offline boutiques, and they treat them as heroes. These shops have kept their own identity. And this company stands really for innovation in the past year. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner in silver is Farfetch. So, big moment.
Drum roll.
Are you ready? So actually, the jury, we have prepared a little talk here, because this will be a bit controversial, the winner of this year. So, as the jury of the Pure Player Award, we tried to make a well-balanced evaluation of all the nominees. We took into account the quality of the entire shopping experience, as I said before, from the orientation phase to the customer care after delivery. With regard to the innovational progress and the visibility, we found this winner as the most disruptive still, and the best pure player of 2015, as someone screamed out there, is actually Asos.
So we're finally at many of you may have been into some of the presentations, the pitches upstairs all day, so people were working very hard, it seemed to be a busy room all the time, and we have now got the results, and I'm going to call up Per Ramson. Per, you go. Thank you. Keep her on the So Per was chairing the group. Per, how did you go about picking a winner out of all those amazing presentations?
Yeah, it was quite difficult, I can tell you. We had these 11 presentations that were exciting to hear about new companies that were on the road to be to become big. And we had a short time to really evaluate all the exciting input we got there. So yeah, we found.
So you've actually found a winner. Ooh, after all that sweating. I tell you, what about criteria for your choice?
The criteria that were used was innovation, it was change, and originality, and of course, true entrepreneurship. This is really where
the biggest risk taker out there.
It is.
Yeah. And any kind of commonality across the groups, or is there one, I guess, trend that is driving a lot of the innovation at the moment, or what are you finding?
Yeah, I think that there are a few things. It was interesting to see that quite a few of the nominees were taking a different angle to the market and trying to be disruptive in the way that they're working. Quite a few of them are really using data as a key component for driving their growth and their business, and much more focused on that. That can be using it as a conversion optimizer, or just engaging much more with their customers in different ways.
Great. Well, I think did you have any other comments you want to make about the process?
No, I think.
Because I think we have a short video that might introduce some of the jury as well. Okay, as before, we're starting with bronze. Let's do it in the cover.
Yeah. And the bronze goes to a company where to really use data to its full extent, use their community of customers to understand every single customer and drive business based on that understanding. So the bronze goes to Greenman from the UK. Right. And the silver goes to a company, again, very engaged with their customers, engaged based on a passion for the products that they're selling that is goes beyond what we normally see. It's a company who has scaled their business quite amazingly during the past years, and is running a very specific and what we call trend-based company. It's SuitSupply from Denmark. And the last one, the gold prize, goes to a company who started out in a small garage a few years ago with a very, very complex product range. Is now covering over 5 million different products that they try to manage, and has succeeded very, very impressively during the past year. Let's give a big hand for MicksGarage from
Thanks very much for this award. It really means an awful lot to a business that started from nothing. So it's not just about one person, it is about the team behind MicksGarage. It's all about the work they do on a day in, day out basis and the loyalty they show the business. So I'd like to thank them in particular. I'd also like to thank Rita and Saran for nominating for this award. Thank you very much.
Okay, Claire, thank you very much. And I'd like to thank not just Claire, but all the chairman, all the juries for each of the awards. Please give them a round of applause as well. We've come to the end of the first day, a very exciting day. I've learned a lot today already. I heard a lot of stories. I heard a lot of consumer insights. There's a lot of change happening, and you're on the cusp of it. I also learned one thing: there is no magic formula. Everybody that has success or failure in this room has done it in a different way, so we're all learning. However, there is one thing that seems to be common amongst all the businesses that have got some success, and that is they've used some insight, some market or consumer insight, or some insight around technology that has helped them disrupt their market in some way, shape or form. So there was lots of great stories out there today that I picked up around that. There'll be lots more tomorrow, and there'll be lots more tonight, where the storytelling is a little bit more elaborated this evening. So I'm going to mention our food and party evening. So it's not a sit-down meeting, it's actually a market, the oldest market in Barcelona. They've rented it out, they've sectioned it off just for you. So you can mill around, have a drink, take the food you want, eat the food you don't want. Enjoy yourself, share your stories, have some fun tonight. But you do need one thing before you get there. It's an arm, a wristband, I should say. It's a white little thing that I've been waved at there. I should have one somewhere. But if you haven't got your wristband, please go and get it. You've already paid for the food and the drinks. Well, I'm not sure about the drinks, but definitely the food. The drinks and the drink. Also the drinks. And by the way, there's a free bus there. Leaves here at 8:30. We're going to get everybody on one bus. It's going to be amazing. It's never been done before. So it's leaving at 8:30, and then buses will start to come back around 11:30 this evening. So you just got to have a great time. That's it. Thank you very much for today. Give all the speakers you see today a good round of applause. And those that have won an award, please come to the front. We are taking a photograph of you all together. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.